morning everyone. As I told you yesterday that we done with second chapter, that is mechanical properties of fluids, and today we are going to start with third one, kinetic theory of gases and radiation. We are going to divide this part into two subparts. One is kinetic theory of gases, and second part we are going to discuss about radiation. In this kinetic theory of gases, we are going to start with n number of basic things. I think you all are known about that concepts, but we are going to just brush up it again. So before we start with this, can you just remember a few things? What are different states of matter? How do you distinguish between solid, liquid and gaseous? What are gas laws? What is absolute zero temperature? What is Avogadro's number? What is mole? How do you get ideal gas equation from the gas law? How is ideal gas different from real gases? What is elastic collision of particles? What is Dalton's law of partial pressures? And n number of things. So these all are basic concepts which we already studied, but in basic manner. In this chapter, we are going to discuss these all things quite in detail, right? In brief, we are going to learn that all things. So let's start with chapter. We already introduced there are three common states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. There are few basic laws like Charles' law, Boyle's law, Gauss' law and many more. We discuss about ideal gas, its properties, derivation, but yes, we are just going to mug up it again. What is Avogadro's law? So far, we studied only three laws, Boyle's law, Charles' law and Gauss' law. Fourth law called Avogadro's law, which gives us relationship between volume of gas and the number of moles of the gas at the same temperature and pressure. Just note down this thing. No gas perfectly follows all four gas laws under all conditions. However, the assumptions that they do holds true for most gases and in most conditions. To study gases and their behavior then is to assume that the gas is an ideal gas and follows all four gas laws. मतलब हम लोग यहाँ क्या डिस्कस करने वाले हैं? If we are going to consider that gas is perfect gas or ideal gas, it is following all hypothetical conditions, all homogeneous conditions, then the main condition is we have to assume that the gas is following for all four gas laws, right? मतलब ये जो चार लॉ अब हम इसके बाद डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, एक हमने एवोगाड्रोस लॉ डिस्कस कर लिया, हम बाकी के तीन डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. हमें कंसीडर क्या करना है? जो लॉ है वो चारों के चारों लॉ को क्या कर रहा है? फॉलो कर रहा है. देन दैट गैस इज कॉल्ड एज द आइडियल गैस एंड जस्ट वी हैव टू अज्यूम दैट थिंग, राइट? नाउ एंड एम्पिरिकल लॉ क्या कहता है? बॉयल्स लॉ दैट PV इज इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट. PV is equal to constant का मतलब क्या है? You can just say it over in this diagram. Here we consider that here is P, it's V, curve आपको दिखाई दे रहा है और it's a straight line when you plot that graph again. इसका मतलब क्या है? P is inversely proportional to V is volume. Here we are going to consider with three basic assumptions only, three basic concepts, that pressure, volume and temperature. So Boyle's law states that PV is equal to constant, that P is inversely proportional to V when temperature is constant. Extrapolating from data, another empirical law, Charles' law, that V is directly proportional to T, in degrees Celsius a linear relationship, directly proportionality if temperature scale is redefined. मतलब केल्विन के साथ हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं, हम टेम्परेचर के साथ मतलब डिग्री सेल्सियस के साथ भी काम कर सकते हैं, हम फ़ारेनहीट के साथ भी काम कर सकते हैं, बट ओनली व्हेन the temperature scale is exactly redefined, right? So according to this, when pressure is constant, volume of that particular gas is directly proportional to its temperature. This is according to Charles law. मतलब हमने Boyle's law देखा, PV is equal to constant. हमने Charles law देखा, V is directly proportional to T. Next, there is one more law called pressure law. According to that, P is directly proportional to T. मतलब जहाँ पे V constant होगा, हमने तीन अलग अलग लॉज देख लिए. अगर आपको समझ में आया तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेम्परेचर कांस्टेंट है तो क्या होगा, सेकेंड अपॉन वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट है तो क्या होगा, थर्ड अपॉन प्रेशर कांस्टेंट है तो क्या होगा. हमने तीनों लॉज देख दिए. तीनों लॉज में एक एक टर्म कांस्टेंट है, एक में प्रेशर, एक में वॉल्यूम, एक में टेम्परेचर. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दीज थ्री लॉज विल गेट पीवी अपॉन टी. देखो यहाँ पे क्या आ गया था, पीवी इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टेंट. यहाँ पे आ गया था v अपॉन टी इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टेंट, और यहाँ पे आया है p अपॉन टी इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टेंट. So according to these three laws, when you combine that three, you will get PV upon T is equal to constant. We'll take as a NR, मतलब PV is directly proportional to T, तो हम वहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, N as a constant लेते हैं. R is gas constant, जिसका वैल्यू है 8.31 जूल पर केल्विन. And according to this, if PV upon T is equal to constant, you can say that P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So this equation is combination of these three laws, that gas law, pressure law and volume law too. According to these three laws, we are going to express ideal gas equation. First of all, Boyle's law, again E and V का relation. V is inversely proportional to P at constant N and T, N number of moles है. Charles law, V is directly proportional to T at constant N and P. Avogadro's law, V is directly proportional to N, P and T are constant. So you can say V is directly proportional to NT upon P. V is equal to constant into NT upon P. We'll take one constant as proportionality constant, capital R. We called it as a universal gas constant. So V is equal to R NT upon P. So you can say that PV is equal to nRT. So all those assumptions, we can combine the gas laws into one equation that gives us the relationship between all four variables. PV is equal to nRT. So यहाँ पे जो small n हमें पता चला है, that is number of moles of gas. It's given by mass of the gas divided by molar mass, that is capital N upon NA. PV is equal to, you can say, NKBT, where KB is Boltzmann constant. R and KB given by the relation in between them given by R is equal to NA into KB. NA जैसे हमने देखा Avogadro's number, KB is Boltzmann constant. So you can find out the relation between R, NA, KB like this, and you are going to use it for next derivational part. यहाँ इस चैप्टर में हम लोग बहुत सारे डेरिवेशंस देखने वाले हैं. दिस इक्वेशन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो प्लीज नोट इट डाउन, ब्रैकेट इट, बिकॉज ऑफ इसके बाद हम जो गैस का इक्वेशन देखने वाले हैं उस हर एक इक्वेशन में, जैसे कि हम लोग काइनेटिक एनर्जी का वैल्यू ढूंढेंगे, हम वॉल्यूम का ढूंढेंगे, हम मोल का वैल्यू ढूंढेंगे, हम लोग उसके बाद काइनेटिक एनर्जी पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम ढूंढेंगे, देन वी डिस्कस अबाउट नंबर ऑफ डिग्री और फ्रीडम. ये सब चीज़ें जब हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, ईच एंड एवरीवेयर वी रिक्वायर दीज टू नंबर, दैट इज KB and NA with R. So this number is very very important. After this we are going to start the discussion about behavior of gas. Ideal gas law, this relationship and formula describes the behavior of gases very well at room temperature and atmospheric pressure. As the volume of gas decreases, the attraction of particles make the volume less than the formula would predict. At extremely high pressure, the volume of particles themselves is close to the total volume. So, the formula will predict a lower volume than what actually exists. ये सब के सब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जो हमने आइडियल गैस देखा है, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट हम लोग बस कुछ अजम्पशंस कर रहे हैं, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट हम कुछ प्रेडिक्शंस कर रहे हैं, जो कि हमने अभी यहाँ पे डिस्कस किया. Now behavior of gas. What is difference between ideal gas and real gas? What is mean free path according to that? We are going to discuss these all things. So what are gases? If the pressure of the gas is an enclosure is reduced by evacuating, the density of gas decreases and mean free path increases. The metals are heated and evaporated in an enclosure. The pressure in an enclosure is reduced so that there is whatever distance between free molecules, air molecules is larger and the dimension of enclosure increases. The atoms in the metal vapor then do not collide with the air molecules. They reach the target and get disappointed. Everything is because of behavior of gas. This everything is because of elasticity property of gas, density of gas, fluid nature of gas. So according to this, gases are one of the most pervasive aspects of our environment on the earth. We continually exist with constant exposure to gases of all forms. The steam formed in the air during a hot shower is a gas. The helium used to fill a birthday balloon is a gas. The oxygen in the air is an essential gas for life. There are n number of often examples around us in which we require such kind of examples or such kind of applications of gases. There are few important characteristics also. Gases are highly compressible. It means an external force compresses the gas sample and decreases its volume. Removing the external force allows the gas volume to increase. Gases are thermally expandable. Means when a gas sample is heated, its volume increases. And when it is cooled, its volume decreases. Gases have very high viscosity. We already know the concept of viscosity. In last chapter, we discussed the same thing. Gases flow much easier than liquids or solids. Most gases have low densities. Means gas densities are on the order of grams per liter, whereas liquids and solids are grams per cubic centimeter, 1000 times greater. Gases are infinitely miscible. मतलब gases mix in any proportion, such as in air, a mixture of many gases. Next point. We are going to discuss about kinetic molecular theory too. To fully understand the world around us requires that we have a good understanding of behavior of gas. The description of gases and their behavior can be approached from several perspectives. The gas laws are a mathematical interpretation of a behavior of gas. However, before understanding the mathematics of gases, a chemist must have an understanding of the conceptual description of gases, and this is the purpose of kinetic molecular theory. There are two parts of this properties in your textbook too. First, you are going to discuss about normal properties and then kinematical properties of gas molecule. In this, certain assumptions are made regarding the particles of gas. Averages of physical quantities over the large number of particles involved are obtained, and these averages are finally related to the macroscopic parameters of the gas. This is approach of kinetic theory of gases. मतलब करना क्या है कि मैक्रोस्कोपिक लेवल तक जाके इसको पढ़ना है. ये हमारा मेन पर्पस है किसका, काइनेटिक मॉलिक्यूलर थ्योरी का. अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट थ्योरी, it is a single set of descriptive characteristics of a substance known as an ideal gas. All real gases require their own unique sets of descriptive characteristics. Considering the large number of known gases in the world, the task of trying to describe each one of them individually would be an awesome task. In order to simplify this task, the scientific community has decided to create an imaginary gas that approximates the behavior of all real gases. In other words, the ideal gas is a substance that does not exist. The kinetic molecular theory describes that gas, while the use of the ideal gas in describing all real gases means that the description of all real gases will be wrong. The reality is that the description of real gases will be close enough to correct that any errors can be overlooked. तो सबसे पहले हमें ये देखना पड़ेगा कि what is exact difference between ideal gas and real gas. Then only we can predict anything or something like that. Now, these three basic assumptions of kinetic theory as it applies to gases. Gas is composed of particles, usually molecules or atoms. They are small hard spheres, insignificant volume, relatively far apart from each other. No attraction or repulsion between particles. ये first assumption है, which we consider as a basic important application. Second, the nature of gases. Particles in a gas move rapidly in constant random motion. Move in straight paths, changing directions only when colliding. Sorry for interruption. Move in straight paths, changing directions only when colliding with one another or other objects. Average speed of O2 in air at 20 degrees Celsius is an amazing 166 km per hour. So this is about the nature of gases. आपको in brief दिया गया है सब कुछ. Third one, collisions are perfectly elastic. मतलब kinetic energy is transferred without loss from one particle to another. The total kinetic energy remains constant. There is one Newtonian cradle. Were the collisions between the balls elastic or not? Yes, it is elastic because of kinetic energy was transferred with each collision. Right? So this is about three basic and important parameters. So we are going to discuss about these all things in short again. Why did the balls eventually stop swinging? The answer is, why did the balls eventually stop swinging? The answer is, the collisions were not perfectly elastic. Some kinetic energy was lost as heat during each collision. At constant temperatures and low to moderate pressures, collision between gas particles are perfectly elastic. Remember these assumptions again. Gas consists of large number of particles, atoms or molecules. Particles make perfectly elastic collision with each other and with walls of container. There exists no external forces where density is constant. Particles on average separated by distances large compared to their diameters. No forces between particles except when they collide. Clear? Ideal gas model. Kinetic molecular theory for an ideal gas states gases are in random constant straight line motion. They are separated by great distances relative to their size. The volume of gas particles is considered negligible, have no attractive forces between them. They have collisions that may result in the transfer of energy between gas particles, but the total energy of the system remains constant. So we just brush up everything again. This everything is like a theory part, but ये theory है, फिर भी आप लोगों को compulsory इसको याद करना पड़ेगा because of their assumptions, and they must be with word-to-word concept in your answer sheets. Now, ideal versus non-ideal gases क्या difference होता है? Kinetic theory assumptions में कौन-कौन से point के साथ difference आएगा? Point mass के साथ. There are no forces between molecules. Molecules exert pressure via elastic collision with walls. No ideal gas में क्या आएगा? Boyle's assumptions, that is volume of molecule में आएगा. Attractive forces of molecules में आएगा. मतलब ये जो force यहाँ पे produce हो रहा है, bombard हो रहा है, collide हो रहा है, there is definitely difference in between their characteristics and properties. Now, when you consider derivations from ideal behavior, a real gas is most like an ideal gas when the real gas is at low pressure and high temperature. At high pressures, gas particles are close, therefore, the volume of gas particle is considered. At low temperatures, gas particles have low kinetic energy, therefore, particles have some attractive force. You can say, for example, dry ice, liquid oxygen and nitrogen. So, we know that a gas obeying ideal gas equation at all pressures and temperature is an ideal gas. Intermolecular interaction is absent in ideal gas. Real gases are composed of atoms or molecules which do interact with each other. तो पहला आपको यही पे मिला कि intermolecular interaction absent होता है, intermolecular interaction present होता है. So no real gas is truly ideal. If the atoms or molecules of real gas are so far apart that there is practically no interatomic interaction, the real gas is said to be in ideal state. सही बात है, अगर interaction ही नहीं हो रहा है, कोई conclusion नहीं निकल रहा है, कोई भी intermolecular interatomic concept नहीं बन रहा है, so that gas is called as ideal gas. This is happen only with low density. At low pressures and at high temperatures, the molecules are far apart and therefore molecular interactions are negligible. Under these all conditions, behavior of real gas is close to an ideal gas. Ideal gas serves as a model to deduce certain properties of real gases, at least when the real gas is in the ideal state. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, ये सब theory पढ़ने से अच्छा है. I'll show you one difference in between both of them. We'll discuss that point. The question might be occurs like differentiate ideal gas and real gas for 2 or 3 marks, or it might be a short note on them, so you can take help of that particular difference for your answer. So let's move towards that difference between ideal and real gas. So you can see it over here. Ideal gas obeys all gas laws under conditions of pressure and temperature. Exactly opposite नहीं बोल सकते, but yes, उसका condition change हो जाता है. Real gas obeys only at conditions of low pressure and high temperature. They obey van der Waals real gas equation. Now what is van der Waals real gas equation? It is the equation of state that corrects for two properties of real gases. One, the excluded volume of gas particles and attractive forces between gas molecules. So van der Waals equation को follow करता है real gas. Second, the molecules collide with each other elastically. But exactly opposite to this, real gas में क्या आया है? Molecules collide करते हैं but without elasticity property, that is other inelastically. The volume occupied by the molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume. The volume occupied by molecule is not negligible as compared to total volume. There are no intermolecular forces of attraction. Either attractive or repulsive forces are present between the particles. यहाँ पे आएगा it is the hypothetical gas. यहाँ पे आएगा it exists in nature around us. अब ये कंसेप्ट देखते हैं hypothetical gas क्या होता है. Hypothetical gas means which obeys Boyle's law exactly at all temperatures and pressures, which has internal energy that depends only upon the temperature. मतलब क्या है, ये जो आइडियल इक्वेशन के सब पार्ट्स है लाइक बॉयल्स लॉ, चार्ल्स लॉ, ये सब के सब आइडियल हो गए, दैट इज हाइपोथेटिकल गैस. इट हैज हाई प्रेशर, इट हैज प्रेशर करेक्शन टर्म इन इट्स इक्वेशन एंड द एक्चुअल प्रेशर इज लेस देन आइडियल गैस. अब यहाँ पे ओबेज पीवी इज इक्वल टू एनआरटी और यहाँ पे जो इक्वेशन है दैट इज वैन डर वाल्स रियल गैस इक्वेशन. आपको ये आपके एग्जाम में नहीं है, ये पॉइंट आपने नहीं लिखा, कंसिडर नहीं किया तो भी चलेगा. यू जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर 3 बेसिक डिफरेंसेस इन बिटवीन बोथ ऑफ देम. बिकॉज ऑफ इफ क्वेश्चन इज देयर फॉर 3 मार्क्स, यू जस्ट हैव टू राइट 3 डिफरेंसेस फॉर ईच. सो जस्ट गो थ्रू दीज ऑल, select any 3 and remember them word to word. Clear? So I am going to stop here for this lecture. In next lecture we are going to discuss about pressure of ideal gas, the long derivation, then RMS speed क्या होता है, temperature kinetic theory क्या होता है, equipartition law क्या है, and much more. So let's stop here for now. Just go through each concept again. जो आपने 9th-10th में गैस लॉ, मतलब वो जो गैस नाम का कंसेप्ट ही आपको इंट्रोड्यूस हो जाता है साइंस में, वैसे ही ये सारे बेसिक अजम्पशंस आपको आ गए, बट थोड़ा सा इन डिटेल जाके, थोड़ा अदर देन 8, 9, 10 का लैंग्वेज, ज़्यादा साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज में हमने ये सब पढ़ लिया. इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट जस्ट मेल मी, आई विल जस्ट सॉर्ट इट आउट. आई विल स्टॉप हियर फॉर नाउ. थैंक यू, बाय बाय.